Hey there! So I decided instead of just giving you the odd tip, I would literally walk you through Green Hill Zone and teach you every single trick that I know, or at least, well, talk about it. So the first thing that we're going to do is, this right here is a slow start. Let me just get rid of this little bug. Just walking through here is a very slow start. So what you want to do is you want to start out by building up a perfect spin dash and come out. But you'll lose speed as you go up the hill. So instead of doing that, we decided to preserve momentum by hitting the item box like that. It's very awkward to do, and this trick does need a little bit of explaining and also how to do it without getting killed by the bug afterwards. So I'll be spending half of the guide in actual Sonic Mania and the other half being in SHAREfactory, where I can scrub through stuff and show you all the cool tricks. So here's the section where I show you how this perfect start would work, where you get the perfect spin dash and preserve momentum on the item box. But let's break that down, because when I jump for the item box, it's off screen. So how do I know when to jump? Well, what I do is I look at this tree here, the one that Sonic is underneath. It's the tree on the right side of the two purple flowers, and as I pass it, I jump. Now, I only know this because I know how delayed my reactions are, and I know that I go through these 4 little ticks here before I actually start rising up off the ground. And when I do this, I hit the end of the item box, and I come down here. Now, the problem here is normally you would just die. So as you're falling, you want to be holding down on the D-pad. I use the D-pad when I speedrun Sonic because it's Sonic, come on. So you want to be holding down to prevent this bug here from killing you. And as soon as you kill the bug, you can go back to holding right and sliding up here. This little ledge here, that's a very interesting spot because you can do single, double or triple drop dash strategies here. The one that I normally do is double. I come out of here, spin dash on this platform, land and jump off of this platform, and then normally jump through here and spin dash on this rock, which is a very awkward trick. If you do fail the drop dash off of this rock, don't drop down, just jump off the edge of it. It's so much faster to jump off the edge. So here I actually forgot to mention why you want to jump instead of dropping down. If you jump, you can go over both of the piranhas. But if you drop down, you'll want to go into a roll so that you don't get hit by them. But then you might land on the top of one and it'll boost you up and slow your momentum. And it's just not a good idea. So if you don't manage to land the drop dash on the rock, just jump off of it. Probably add that you want to be drop dashing as much as you can. So as you go through this area, you're going to be drop dashing on basically every platform. So if you do the good start, and you do the drop dashes that I've told you, and you drop dash on all the platforms afterwards, well, this is what your run should look like so far. And here we see our next trick. Our trick here is to go around the loop and also gain speed. This can be done in two different stages really. One of them is one jump from the loop, and one of them is 2. I really can't explain how you do this trick. I simply just feel it out. It's just a case of muscle memory. But either way, you should be able to, after enough practice, do one jump through the loop and gain momentum from it. That's what you want it to look like. Of course, you won't be quite as fast coming out of the loop because you had a little less speed because you did a drop dash instead of a perfect spin dash, but you get the point, right? You're gaining speed from the loop. So, if you're able to introduce this little loop boost, as I like to call it, if you're able to introduce the loop boost into the run, well, it should look like this. And here is our first pathing choice. I'll show you the 2 options you have. You could, 1, just not press anything and be flung up to the top of the map. 2, you could tap jump on your way out of here and take a much lower route. Now, I couldn't do it there because I paused, but let me show you how it should look. Now, this lower route is the route that we will take because it is a lot faster, and here is our second major path in choice. We can try to drop down below here, take this lower, harder, but slightly faster route, or we could go over the top and take this easier, but not quite as fast route. Well, I would advise taking the route over the top. It's a lot easier, and you can get pretty decent times with it. Only maybe like save the second or half a second taking the bottom route, but I'll show you how both the routes look. And I'm going to pause there because this is where the routes join back up again. But I want to mention a few things. So as we're coming through here, this jump here is quite awkward. You have to jump right at the end to be able to land early on this platform up here. Because if you jump too late, you'll hit the spikes even worse than I did here. And if you jump too early, you just won't make it on the platform. So this jump here requires a little bit of practice. As you come over here, you want to drop dash on the landing and jump near the end of this platform. Because if you jump too early here, you're going to hit the Eggman box and it will get rid of all of your momentum. That is a run killer. You can just drop off of that archway onto here. You can just do the biggest jump you can do off of that platform and you'll land on this one. And you can just do a small jump off of that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that route is much harder. I am still very inconsistent at it, and most of my runs end when I drop underneath there. So I would not advise taking that route. Go! So now I'm going to show you the end of the run. I couldn't analyze it during the run because I had the speed shoes on and I was going fast, but I'm going to analyze it now and show you what's going on near the end, and then I'll show you an entire run. So as we come off here, getting through this weird part is entirely muscle memory, but it's normally you just do one big jump and one smaller one afterwards. You roll off the end to get rid of this motor bug. So when you land down on that platform there, you want to roll. Hills give you amazing momentum if you jump off of them in Mania. This is a trick that we will use later, but you can get huge vertical speed off of this. And that's what I use to launch myself up, kill that motor bug, and just above this crab. There is an easier method where you don't do that jump. Well, it's not easier, it's simpler, but it's a little bit finicky. Where you don't jump up there and you jump up normally through the platforms, but you have to land on the very edge of this platform that Sonic hovers above right now and jump through the crab, and it's really awkward. After that, you have to get a very good turn around here so you can land on this platform without just going way off into the side. It is quite difficult to do. I normally jump when I land on it. I don't know if that's faster, I just do it. I just do it so I can drop dash when I land. And then here's the other trick. As you reach the very bottom of this ramp, you want to jump off of it. You can land on here, and do you see that little ramp there? Right there, that little ramp. We're going to jump off of that. And because ramps give you a lot of vertical speed, we can make it up to this platform without having to hit the spring. Because you hit the spring, you hit the wall, your momentum just stops. So we jump up to that and reach the goal. Okay, so I'm going to play for a little bit until I get a run with all the tricks that I've shown you and that I advise you do. You know, that'd be only doing one jump through the loop and taking the upper route and a little weird jump at the end. And you can basically see what the run should look like and what kind of time you can get. mid 32. There, mid 32. That's not bad, right? Especially considering there was a few pretty big mistakes in there. Like, right here I mess up the drop dash pattern. I try to do this one. I can't reset my drop dash fast enough. And I also miss the rock. So there was a huge mistake there. But I was still able to get mid 32. If you had actually gotten that run, you'd be 366th in the world.